Hi, so I just finished week 6 of The Artist Way, which was recovering a sense of abundance. I usually film these during the daytime, but it's night and I feel super exhausted. For some reason, I had a very long day, but a fun day. I went up to Long Island to see some of my cousins for Easter, which was really nice. Um, let's talk about the chapter. So I felt like this chapter wasn't really groundbreaking for me, to be honest. But I did like some of the things that had to said, specifically about how the universe has an abundance of supplies to make your dreams a reality. Sometimes I feel like I am using too much of my luck, or if one good thing happens to me, my mind will tell me that something bad is going to happen to me, or that luck comes in waves. But this chapter encourages you that when good things do happen, to mentally just be like, thank you, universe, I'll take more, which I think that's a really good mentality to have. So as far as the tasks, it wasn't a lot of written tasks. It was more like get up and do things tasks. So the first thing, it had me find five pretty or interesting rocks, and then to pick 5 flowers. So something I love to do is I love going sea glass hunting, which is something I did in the summer a lot, where I'd go to the park and find pieces of sea glass and just kind of beach comb. But I haven't really been doing that lately because of the cold weather, but this is the week where it's been starting to get really warm. So I took a walk to the park and I went sea glass hunting, and I found so much beautiful sea glass. And on my walk back, I picked lots of flowers and I'm gonna put them on my windowsill, which is my windowsill of random rocks and shells that I find that I think are cool. So that was fun. And I remember when I was walking back home and looking at all the pretty rocks and flowers, I was like, wow, I'm rich. I have all these shiny things I'm holding, and I don't know. Nature is so beautiful, and with the weather getting warmer and getting to be outside, truly, it's making me feel really excited and optimistic for the summer. It had me throw out or give away 5 ratty pieces of clothing, which I've been compiling clothing that I just don't want. I gave away these really nice jeans that I just wasn't really wearing that much to one of my roommates, and they're gonna get some really good use out of it, which is good. Had me bake something. So I'm not really a baker. I really love to cook, but I've always been scared of baking. But I had a picnic with some friends Saturday morning, and I made banana bread, and it actually came out really good, and it was really easy to make, and I think everyone really liked it. My friend's dad said it was very dense and very yummy. So I don't know if dense is good in baking terms or not, but I was really happy about that. So there were actually a lot of really interesting occurrences that happened this week in my personal life and in my artist life. I want to start with the big one first. So for my artist date, I wanted to go to Greek Orthodox Good Friday, which is where you walk around the block a few times with they carry this beautiful flowery tomb, and everyone's holding candles. And in terms of religion, I'm a very spiritual person, and I very much do believe in God. I don't know I don't know where the parameters of that lie for me on how in tune with Christianity or whatever religion I am, but I don't know, religion to me, it's a very personal journey to me, and I pray every night. And one thing the Artist Way encouraged me to do in my morning entries was try to describe how I see God, and who God is it a man or a woman or whatever to you. And I literally tried and I just couldn't, because the concept of God feels so grand to me, and to even describe it I just feel like there's no way I could describe it because God just feels so like, I mean, the word I used was grand. But anyway, I went to Greek Orthodox Good Friday. I put like a flower on the tomb and like walked around Astoria. And something really interesting happened. So one of my manifestations has been like, I have not, something I've noticed is I've been feeling very alone in my creativity. Like I feel like I've been really needing to meet somebody to take interest in me or like look at my work or like be, you know what I mean? I just need something or someone external. I don't know. So while I was like out and about, I was with, I met my cousin there. I saw my cousin at the church who's way older. And he had this friend that came by. And this friend is a 5-time filmmaker, award-winning Greek screenwriter and director. And we were talking and I looked him up and he's incredible and has done some incredible work. And we are getting coffee this week, which I think that's really exciting. I mean, obviously, like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, it's just like, could be just, you know, a family friend, like, kind of thing, whatever. But I do think, like, the timing of that is really, really interesting. And I'm really, really excited to just pick his brain and, like, see, like, you know, like, what, like, his opinions on things. And, like, I'm excited to tell him about my work. And my project is very Greek related. Like, it's, my screenplay is, like, Greek. It's specifically about, like, the experience of being gay and Greek, and it's a whole thing. I'm not gonna get totally into it here, but anyway, I've just been like kind of fantasizing of like, I don't know, like what if he really likes what I wrote or wants to read it or whatever. But I just think it'll be nice to get like coffee with somebody doing the things that I want to do, and I think it'll be like a good friendship and connection to make. So I thought that was cool synchronicity. Another thing, I've been going to auditions more and like really prioritizing that. I had a really, really good audition on Thursday, where I sang Time from Tuck Everlasting, and I just felt very like connected, grounded in my body. I felt like I delivered a good audition, and I felt like the person in the room genuinely was drawn to me. Whether or not I'll get a callback or not, I don't know. But I felt really happy to have had a good audition. That felt really, really good. In terms of like romance, I mean, not that that has to do with like artistry, but like, you know, like I don't have a lot of like romance in my life. And like that was one of the things that I wrote that like was kind of lacking. I had like a friend hang out with this guy that I had kind of a crush on, and I thought there was maybe a flirty vibe. And we hung out, and I was trying to gauge the vibe, but it was very difficult to read. And at like the very end, I asked him if he was picking up what I was putting down. And at first he played kind of oblivious, but then I was like, hey, are you interested? And he was like, yeah, I'm not interested in you. And I was like, okay, that's okay. And I felt like my body kind of panic and like awkwardness. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to the subway. Great hanging out. And then he texted like 3 of my friends being like, I think I broke Fangeli, which I don't know. I don't know if I was broken, but I will say, like, I don't really put myself out there like that much. So that did feel really like sad, and I did feel kind of hurt, but life will go on and I'll move past it. The reason I bring this up in terms of the artist way is I feel like I am on a mission, a quest to find artistic and romantic fulfillment, I guess. I feel like in terms of friendships, my life is so full, and I feel like I see the beauty in a lot of things, and I love to feel the sun on my skin and travel when I can, and like I love my life. Like I think my life is very happy. But the two things that I feel like I don't have in my life are romantic love and my artistic career. I want to be performing and writing, and I just feel like when I'm not doing those things, I just feel restless, like I'm somewhere that I shouldn't be. Anyway, this week I had the week off teaching, but since I'm contracted as a sub, even though I teach theater, I'm like contracted as a sub, so I didn't get paid this week, so I worked as a caterer to supplement like the money that I would have made. And weirdly enough, like the flexibility of catering, even though I have flexibility with like my teaching job because I can leave whenever I need, to like not have a set in stone week or like consistency in my schedule was kind of nice to just like choose like when, like the hours I want to work, and like I don't know. It was nice. Like I did enjoy this week. However, paycheck wise, I gotta teach because I gotta pay the bills. I don't know. I just really hope, or not I hope, I can't wait till my life gets to a point where my acting and my writing is what is sustaining me. Let's look at more of these tasks. Communication. So it wants me to send postcards to 5 friends, which I did not get a chance to do, but I really want to do like that task. So I wrote down names of people I want to send postcards to, and I'm going to do that. Oh, this is a fun one. Favorites list. It like gave me different categories and had me write like my favorites of those things, which I'll read to you. Okay. Favorite dogs, I said a Cavapoo, a Cavalier, and a Shiba Inu. Favorite flowers, lily of the valley, honeysuckle and bluebells. Trees, willow, olive, fig, and sycamore. Fruits, mango, pears, grapes, dates, and peaches. Vegetables, olives, pea snaps, broccoli, ube, sweet potatoes, avocado. Desserts, bread pudding, flan, cheesecake, ice cream, whipped cream. Entrees, I love gyros, buffalo mac and cheese, halloumi, spam musubi, and hula chicken. Musicians, I love city pop and bossa nova. And colors, cyan, turquoise, white, and cream. And also, like, the big thing about this chapter, it was a very money-based chapter. I had to write down, like, how much money I spent every single day. And it had me do an exercise called Money with Madness, where, like, I had to fill in the blanks. So I'll read you what I filled it in. 1, people with money can be out of touch. 2, money makes people free. 3, I'd have more money if I had better connections. 4, my dad thinks money is the most important thing. 5, my mom thought money was scarce. 6, in my family, money caused fights. 7, money equals freedom. 8, if I had money, I'd fund my dreams. 9, if I could afford it, I'd produce my screenplay. 10, if I had some money, I'd do more acting workshops. 11, I'm afraid that if I had money, I would not spend it correctly and I'd have no excuses to be a failure. 12, money is divisive. 13, money causes division. 14, having money is not a ticket to happiness. 15, in order to have money, I need to let myself grow. 15, when I have money, I usually save it. 17, I think money is security. 18, if I weren't so cheap, I'd take more classes. Specifically, I'd be in more dance classes. 19, people think money is enough on its own, which it's not. Like, why, like, accumulate all this money if you're not going to use it for good or whatever you use it for? Like, and then 20, being broke tells me that money isn't happiness, it's just freedom. Oh my god, dude, something that has been, like, frustrating me to, like, hear is, like, so many people's parents, like, pay for their rent in, like, New York City and, like, pay for their things. And, like, apparently this is, like, a common thing among, like, artists. Like, they have their parents paying for their shit. And I don't have that. And it is, like, first of all, I have amazing parents. They are awesome people. I love them so much, and I am grateful to be supporting myself and to not have any, like, strings attached to anyone or anything. But I look at these people who have their parents supporting them, who get to, like, frolic around and do kind of whatever they want. And I'm like, wow, they're doing all these things, like, haha, I'm so envious and this and that. But then I realize, like, the reason they're able to do these things is because when you don't have responsibilities, when you can just kind of be free and devote yourself to your craft, by default, since that's what you're putting all your energy into, more doors are going to get to open. And in a way, I feel resentful because I wonder, like, how would doors open for me if, like, I didn't have to worry about, like, finances? Okay, this is turning very first world problem-y. I am happy and I am grateful for my life, and I acknowledge that I am privileged in many ways to even have, like, a nice paying job and, like, to be in New York and, like, to be pursuing my dreams. Like, I am so lucky and, like, so grateful, and thank you. Not what I'm trying to get across here. I'm just saying I've been made aware of, like, a lot of the people who are having more creative success than me have resources that, like, tend to make things a little bit easier. That's just what I'm getting at. Okay. Clearing, it asked any new changes to my home environment, or to make some. There's not really anything I really want to add to my home, but I did do, like, a deep clean of my room, which was nice. In terms of morning pages, I've done my morning pages almost every day. We're going strong on that. And I thought this was an interesting week, and I'm excited for the to grab coffee with that cool Greek director guy. And, like, I'm thinking very idealistically, but what if it does lead to something? Like, what if this is, like, the universe's plan to put me a step closer in the right direction? I wonder. Okay, I'm gonna edit, like, this video now, I guess, but I hope you have a great day or great night, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.